I don't know how we sound. Test, test, test. All right, let me fix the mic really quick, bro. Test, test, test. I always sound a little bit better. Let me say something out here. Give me 1 second. Trying to get the audio to sound good before I send this link out. Alright, there we go. I was having some little technical difficulties, but we're here now, y'all. We're here now. So the market's been pushing last night, so we're just waiting for some retests right now. Let me know how the audio and the music sounding when y'all hop up in here, y'all. already in a trade. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. These are just trade ideas. You'll know when I'm in a trade because I'll either say I am, or if you join late, you'll know if I'm in a trade if I have my buy or sell idea on the candlestick. I purposely have them to the right because I'm not in the trade yet. This is just trade ideas. When I'm in the trade, I'll have them on the candlesticks. So right now we're looking for the retest. Again, I'm also not in this trade because my entry I'm looking for right here. And as you can see, price just broke this level, so we're just waiting for some retest. But y'all always know if I'm in a trade because I always will have it on the candlesticks. When they're not on the candlesticks, it's just simply just trade ideas at the moment. If y'all was in a live stream yesterday, GJ ended up going as projected, ended up flying all morning as well. Gold ended up flying during the New York session also. It flew last night also, as we can see right here. When market reopened at 8 o'clock. And then NAS100 and Q ended up pushing not just last night, but it pushed all New York session as well. I told you to go for buys yesterday. Not just in the Sunday chart analysis, but the London session live as well. Speaking of Sunday chart analysis, if you have not watched the Sunday chart analysis yet, make sure to hit that first link in the description and watch the Sunday chart analysis. Like I always tell y'all, it goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. Make sure to like the live, subscribe if you have not already, y'all. We just hit 5,200 subscribers. We'll get to 5,300 easily. Just dropped a new trade breakdown for y'all yesterday as well. So for those that was in the live yesterday or missed the live, want to know why we took that GBPJPY setup, make sure to check out the trade breakdown I dropped yesterday for y'all. All playlists are up to date. But we're going to be looking for continued GBPJPY buys. We're going to be looking for continued gold buys and NAS100 buys. We do have news at 8:30 today, so make sure to keep that in mind. But right now we're just waiting for a retest. We broke this level, so we're waiting for gold to BCR. See if we can maintain 47.76 as support. Also, the crypto and stock channel, I am posting on that now, y'all. I just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday, so make sure to check that out. If y'all watched the Bitcoin video I dropped a week ago, that's been going as projected slowly also, so make sure to check this one out as well. Chilling patiently waiting. You already know the drill. We're just chilling patiently waiting. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop in the chat. Shout out to those that was getting TikTok live yesterday as well. But yeah, same thing with NAS. NAS took off without us, so we're simply just going to wait for price to retest 25,450, or we're going to wait for the BCR at 25,540. So let's see if we can hold this level of support right here. What's going on, pieces? What's going on, y'all? Alright, so let's see if we can hold this level of support right here. New 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit as well. Let's see if it holds right here. Let me zoom this so y'all can see how price is reacting to this level here. This is also why you don't ever want to FOMO. Again, when London session open started, we had pushed up all the way here. Imagine we would have chased the setup and tried to go for a buy setup here. We'd have a shitty RR and we'd be an unnecessary drawdown right now. Always wait for the retest, y'all. Never chase the setup. 8 times out of 10, price will always retest before it takes off. Let's see if we can hold this level here. If not, we can look for buys here also. Alright, so we didn't hold the level of support, so we just let it do its thing. Let's see what these other charts are up to. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered any trades yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal for Telegram. But yeah, right now we're just waiting for confirmations right now. We're still gonna look for buys on gold, but again, if it's not meeting our confirmations, we're not gonna take the setup. just got a beep on gold. So with gold, we're either going to look for price to BCR and hold 47.78 as support, or we're going to look for a retest right here, 47.42. Now we do have news today at 8:30, so make sure to keep that in mind. But we don't got that much news this week. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat, and I got y'all. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scroll at the bottom of y'all's screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_. Just kind of just chilling right now. I did do a decent move last night and yesterday. Yeah, but the markets have kind of like been just either shooting up or shooting down. Mainly just shooting up. We haven't really had any like higher lows get major on the bigger time frames. That's kind of also what I'm looking for on a couple charts as well. Let's see if gold can break back above here. I'm liking this retest. Let's see if we can hold right here. Might help just in a second. Make sure to explore the playlist as well, y'all. All playlists are up to date. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out. But right now, we're just looking to see if we can hold as low as support, right? Update on NAS. NAS is still chilling right here, and then GBPJPY is still chilling right here. So we're just gonna look to see if we can hold this low and do 5 minute about to pop up. But I do like this right here, so we might jump in this in a little bit. Again, pay attention to our price is reacting to this level. We see our price is treating this as resistance. We want to see if we can BCR hold this as support. And if you don't understand support resistance, make sure to check out these videos right here. Give me 1 second. just still chilling here. Nasdaq's trying to retrace. It's like I always say, if we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m., I'm just gonna wait for the news to pop off, and then see what 9 o'clock, 9:30 is got in store for us. That's how I be sometimes, though. I see these charts are just kind of like just chilling right now. Alright, we're on the 15-minute time frame, so Nas been stuck here for about an hour. G's been here for about a couple hours. And then gold's been kind of ranging here for an hour as well. Buys is still valid though, as long as we don't break past 47.42. Still go look for buys on gold. Just wait and see if we can flip and hold as a support. GJ, we're looking for buys as well, so again, we're either looking for price to retest 214.85, or if we get BCR hold 215.35 as support, we can look for buys. Test, test, test. Alright, cool. Yeah, something in this. You already know the drill. We're gonna hold the SR2. You can see I like the setup. Push back up, holding as support. So we're gonna jump in this, let it do its thing. I'm not gonna take anything else to the New York session, so we're just gonna let this ride out. That's why I got alert, so that way we don't just have to stare at the markets just do nothing and look at paint dry. But I do like this gold setup, so we're gonna let this gold thing play out. And then NAS and GJ, we'll just see what they're doing after the news New York session. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all have any questions, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. We're almost at 5,300 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Also, make sure to hit that first in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. As far as how we're doing this week, we went 1-0 yesterday. We went 4-1 last week. We wrapped up March 19 wins, 3 losses. Then we wrapped up quarter 1, 58-9. In January, we went 20-3. February 19-3. March 19-3. Gives us 87% win rate, 228,000 pips caught. Just picking up where we left off. Quarter 4 from last year. 80 wins, 12 losses, 87% win rate. But yeah, so we're gonna let this play out. Let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like right here. We can take this high out right here. We can definitely see price push. We do have this gap down here that didn't get retested in the market reopen, but we'll worry about that if we gotta worry about that. Let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. So we hit TP1, but as you can see, price kind of just chilling right here. Nas is still pushing, GG still chilling. So we might just be chilling till New York session, but we're still gonna hold this trade to S when TP gets hit. Let's see this next 15 minutes. But looks like price is kind of just chilling right here. New 5 minute just popped up. So gold, as you can see, still chilling right here. NAS is slowly pushing. GJ slowly approaching. Well, it just hit the zone. So we're gonna look to see how GJ reacts right here as well. Again, look how price is reacting as soon as it tapped it. So we're gonna wait to see if we can BCR and hold 215.35 as support, or we're gonna look for price to retrace and retest 214.85. That's what we got with GJ. So let's see what happens right here. What's going on, New SE up here? How you feeling? Higher time versus going up. Yeah, we're just waiting for volume right now. We're just waiting for volume. Like you say, you always gotta look at the higher time frame, right? So we can talk about it really quick. So we're not gonna take a NAS setup. So let's go ahead and talk about gold really quick. Let's talk about it. Okay. So when we retrace price steps, right? This is how price ended on Friday. Okay. This is how price ended on Friday. So we're in an uptrend currently, right? We're in an uptrend currently. You can see higher low, price is attempting to make a new higher high, right? This is the higher low level right here. Right, so when we pull out the playbook, let's pull out the playbook really quick. And like I tell you on the TikTok a lot, the same way I mark off my blue and gold levels, this is me just visibly showing y'all where the higher high and the higher low is. Do with that what you want, but again, I do everything on purpose. I purposely make them red because I don't want y'all to think this is what I'm doing to mark off my levels. This is me just showing you where the higher high and the higher low is. So let's go to the rules of uptrend really quick. Alright, so like I said right here, for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high. We also have to respect the support level the higher low is rested on. So I'm about to mark off the higher high, which would be this right here, right? This is the higher high. And then I'm about to mark off the higher low, which would be this right here, right? So if y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis, y'all did not already, make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal for Telegram, and watch the Sunday chart analysis. Like I always tell y'all, goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So the same reason why I talked about buys Sunday night and buys in the London session live and the New York price watch list yesterday is because we are still in an uptrend technically. And look at how price ended yesterday, right? It was a red candlestick, tapped the support level that the higher low is on, just like the playbook shows right here. And what did price do yesterday? It shot back up. And what do we see price currently doing today? Attempting to make a new higher high, right? So that's why we're looking for buys today. Now we do have news today, so if there's volume during the 8:30 news, we're looking to see if it's going to give us volume to make a new higher high. or it's going to give us volume to reject back down and possibly start the downtrend. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for today and really this week, right? But that's why we're looking for buys right now, because we're in an uptrend. And yeah, we just hit TP2, so we let the members know. But yeah, always go based off the bigger time frames. Y'all always go based off the bigger time frames. Always, always, always. Just hit TP3. Let's let the members know. So it took a little minute, but again, that's why I just go with the flow of price and just hold the SLRTP gets hit. So everybody should be on profit on this trade. Let me know if you're on this trade with me. Let me know if y'all on this trade with me. And of course, we're going into the entry SLRTPs. Y'all know what to do. Join the event space signal. But yeah, so that's why we're looking for buys, y'all. Again, market structure tells you everything. All right, always. It's just like the trade breakdowns, like the trade breakdown I dropped yesterday. I always identify the trend on the bigger time frame than enter on the smaller time frame. Let's see what GJ's doing. GJ, look at how GJ rejected this level. This is also why we enter and exit off these levels. But like I said, we're gonna let GJ and NAS do his thing. We'll look back at it in New York session. We don't need to take a bunch of trades, especially before New York or news. So, and plus we're in profit on this trade. All you need is one good trade today, too, y'all. That's why sometimes a lot of charts will go as projected, but I don't call like 50 signals a day, because all you need is one good trade a day. You don't need to take every setup. That's why I don't get why these folks be on TikTok live for 10 hours taking like 20 different trades. I'm like, there's no way y'all are taking 20 different. Well, I don't know. Less is more though, y'all. Less is definitely more. Quality over quantity. Right, because just think about it, right? Let's just do the math. Let's pull out the calculator. Right, let's pull out the calculator. You in with me? That's what's up. That's what's up. And again, if you don't know what the game plan is, you don't know the entry SLTPs, if you're happy with your profits, whether you take partial, secure profits, do whatever y'all do. But I always say don't let winners turn to losers. And especially if you're happy with what you see and you don't like what price is doing, or you don't know what price is going to do next, that is one of the biggest differences between trading, being a smart investor, and what the internet says is gambling. I tell people all the time, and remember, y'all hear me say this all the time, trading isn't gambling, folks, it's just gambling. Trading isn't risky, people are just being risky. Because if I'm always going with the flow of price, I'm always waiting for these confirmations, I risk the same amount every single trade, and my winners are always bigger than my losers. What is risky about that? Where does the gambling come in? You see what I'm saying? The gambling comes in when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're just risking whatever, or you're taking a trade and then you're like, hopefully this goes as projected. That's when the gambling comes into play. Right, but yeah, look at this right here now. It's called a playbook for a reason, y'all. Make sure I like the live, y'all. And you know, it's hilarious. The trolls are never in the live streams. They be in the TikTok lives all day. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, you can't just look at candlesticks and all this other dumb shit. But they never are in the live streams when we're making money. They're never in the live streams, y'all. But this is what I'm talking about, right? So let's say you risk 1% per trade. If you make 1% per day, right? 5 trading days, that's 1% per day. That's 5% a week. 20% a month. Making 20% a month is not bad at all. Especially if you compare it to long-term investing, where unless you know what you're doing or the stocks are moving, you're not making 20% a month consistently. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's say you risk 1% a day and you go for 1 to 2 RR or 1 to 3 RR, right? That's 2 to 3% a day, right? That's 50% a week, 60% a month, okay? And even if you take losses, and that's why you want to make sure your winners are bigger than your losers, your losses are small and consistent, right? Because, for example, the GJ set we took yesterday was over the 4 on, right? So even if we take a loss, right? Let's pull the calculator back out. So let's use simple math, right? So let's say we got a 10K account and we're risking $100, which is 1%. Okay? So let's say we have a 10K account and we took that GJ setup again, 100 times 4, that's 400, right? And then let's say we take a loss, we're still up. You see what I mean? This is how you can have a 50% win rate and still be profitable, right? This is how you see people online with 30% win rates and are somehow profitable, right? Is because risk reward will literally make or break your account. Not just risk reward, but risk in the same amount. When people talk about risk management, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about RR and how much you're risking per trade. And then obviously, managing your trade as well. Pay attention to how GJ again is halting at this level. It's not a coincidence. This isn't the sellers magically taking over. This is just market structure. Price follows these rules all the time. Price is always going to hit support resistance levels, which is why we always enter next to support resistance levels. Alright, resistance, turn to support. I think we hit another TP. Let me see. We just barely missed TP4. Right now we're at almost 1 to 1. About to hit CP4. And again, it's this simple, y'all. NAS took off without us. Did we FOMO? No. Gold was right here at the beginning of the live stream. Again, what would have happened if we would have FOMO and bought right here? Right, what would have happened if we would have FOMO'd and bought right here? We would have been an unnecessary drawdown. We would have violated accounts. We could have had a shitty RR. But if we would have just stayed cool, calm, and collected, which we did, and waited for the retest, now we have a clean entry where we wanted to enter at. We got a way better RR, and we're catching a lot more pips and points. All right, you gotta stick to the game plan. You gotta stick to the game plan always. You gotta stick to the game plan always. So we just hit TB4, let me let the members know. And again, y'all, we got news. So when you see these motherfuckers online, oh, it's news, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All you gotta do is trade before news or trade after news. It's that simple. There's news. What time is the news? 8:30. Okay. So trade Tokyo session, trade London session, or trade after the news. That's all you got to do. You don't have to not trade the entire day because of a news event that's going to affect the markets for 30 minutes to an hour. You see what I mean? That makes no sense. Just don't trade the news is popping off. That's all you got to do. And you see us do this every single week. Not only do we predict what price is going to do during the news event after the news, but we also take trades before news, take trades after news. There's a clean setup right here. Did you get into this too, Batman? Did you get into this too, Batman? It took a little minute, but patience pays. It took a little minute. We had to wait for price to break back above to make sure it was going to hold, and then it retested for like 15 minutes. But we're pushing now. We got to take out this high though. We could take out this high. We can definitely take off. But if we don't take out this high, do not be surprised if we retrace or reject. So again, y'all, keep an eye on y'all's accounts. To be happy with what you see. It is your account. Do not just let your money. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times back in the day I'd be up $500, like 1K. And this was way back in the day. This was like 2022, 2023, I'd be up like 501K, and I'd be feeling good. I'm like, you know what? I'm up. I close my phone. I'm chilling. Then an hour later, I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I'm still blue, because this was back when I used to trade MT4. I'm like, let me see if we're still blue. And then I'd be down. I'd be in the red. I'm like, what the fuck? And then my stop loss would get hit, and I would be up so much money. But because I got greedy, and this is also before I was really paying attention to market structure and shit like that, I'll just let the winners start to lose. One thing I tell the members to all the time, that P&L, all right, that P&L is not your P&L until you close the trade. Once you see your green or blue number is, even the red number, you ain't make or lose shit until you close the trade. You ain't make or lose shit until you get that withdrawal, that payout. Right? It's unrealized profit, unrealized loss. That shit is not real until you close the trade and until you withdraw and get a payout. Always remember that, y'all. Do not get comfortable with the floating P&L thinking you're up something. You ain't make shit until you close the trade. Always remember that. You ain't make shit until you take partials, move SLM profit, and close the trade. Always remember that. Man, just think back. I can't tell you how many trades that's why I be saying don't let a winner turn to a loser, because I used to do that shit all the fucking time, y'all. That's why I be telling y'all everything I tell y'all to do, I do. Everything I tell y'all not to do, I used to do it. And that's why I don't do that shit no more. So again, if we can't take out this high, don't be surprised if the next 15 we retrace. So this is what NAS is looking like. And then look at how GJ rejected this level. Again, this is why I tell y'all to stop this breakout trading shit. It's not your stop loss getting hunted. It's not a fake out. It's not the sellers magically taking over. It's simply you are using the market. You're working against the market. You're going against the flow, right? So if y'all did not watch this video, I was just talking to a member student about this during the one-on-one session yesterday. Make sure to watch this, not this one. I mean, watch that one too, but watch this one, right? And then watch this one right here, okay? Right? Let's think about it logically, okay? If resistance levels push price down, right, and support levels pushes price up, does it make any logical sense to go for a buy off of a resistance level or sell off of a support level? No, it does not, right? So if resistance levels pushes price down and you enter off a resistance level, there's nothing crazy about price rejecting and shooting down. You see what I'm saying? That's why you don't want to breakout trade. You want to wait for the BCR. Because even if your bias is correct, if you try to go for a setup before price holds that low as support or holds the low as resistance, again, you're still you're trying to outwork the markets, outsmart the markets, and that just doesn't work. Right, goals retracing, like I told y'all, so again, keep an eye on y'all's charts. I'm still gonna hold this though, but I did try my stop loss a little bit on my main account, but I'm still holding this still. But yeah, y'all, new 5 minutes about to pop up. We're gonna wrap it up here, y'all. Caught a nice move on the live. Saw a few things play out. Hopefully y'all getting how this shit works, y'all. Again, it's very simple. Just know your bias, go with the bias on a bigger time frame, and then simply just wait for a price to come to you and for your confirmations to be met. Dropped a new trade breakdown for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all's screen. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. Again, there are fake TikTok pages. Make sure you are talking to me. If I am following you and you're not following that account, that is a red flag. If I don't have any links in my bio or that page's bio has no links, that is a red flag. If that page doesn't have a link or my main page tagged in the bio, that is a red flag. Because I do have other TikTok pages, but every TikTok page that is mine has my main page tagged in the bio. So if it does not have my main page tagged in the bio, if it is following you and you're not following it back, that is a red flag. If I'm DMing you, asking you about your trading journey, crypto flips, businesses, that is not me. Only join through my links. If the links do not work because TikTok be blocking shit, just DM me and ask for the links or go to the YouTube like you are right now. Do not try to search up my Telegrams on Telegram because there are fake Telegram channels as well. Again, y'all, if the links do not work, just DM me. I got y'all. I respond to all messages. If you have any questions, DM me. I got y'all. You can also message me on Telegram. And like always, you want to learn how to identify these levels, how to enter these trades the way I do. Y'all know what to do. Click the links in the description. Join the Advanced Play Signal Room. You see how this shit plays out. See how this shit works. But yeah, so let's see how gold plays out. We're going to see what NAS and GJ do going into New York session. And we do have news at 8:30. So again, if you did not take a setup and you don't take a setup by 6 a.m., just wait for the news to play out. Then look for a setup 9 o'clock, 9:30. Market open. And then go from there. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Peace. We out.